Hello everyone, today I'll be discussing a Web 2.0 tool called Symbaloo. I know in my lesson plan I mentioned about using Google Presentation, but I decided to switch to eMaze. I apologize for the inconvenience. Before we start, let me explain what this product helps you do. As a teacher, it's important to save links, videos, and images that you find on the open web for your classroom. This tool helps you save all these things into one spot. These spots are actually called web mixes, which I'll discuss later in the workshop. Through this platform, users can share their web mixes with anyone. Many teachers use this tool in their classrooms to help their students with research as well. The creators recently developed a Symbaloo EDU, which has very similar attributes as the original Symbaloo. For today, I'm just going to focus on the basic Symbaloo for this workshop, so let's get started. It's always important to know your goals before starting. The 3 goals of this lesson are knowing the basics of Symbaloo, understanding the terminology, and creating and designing your own Symbaloo web mixes. While I'm showing you this tool, remember the goals that we all want to achieve. At the end of this workshop, you'll be asked to create your own web mix to accommodate your students in your class. There will be a rubric in which you will follow. This culminating project will piece all the things you learned throughout this workshop. After creating this project, your peers are going to provide you with constructive feedback. Then you will share your web mix with me. So now it's time to take you through Symbaloo. First thing is to open up a web browser, Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, whichever one you feel comfortable using. Then you're going to type in www.symbaloo.com. So you should be on the website right now. I know many of you do not have an account yet, but I'm going to walk you through the steps. At the top right, it says Create Account. Click that. Once you selected it, then this will pop up. You can either create an account from scratch or use Facebook and/or Google account to sign in. I already have an account, therefore I need to go back out of this section and go back into sign in. Okay, once you're signed in, we are ready to explore Symbaloo. This is a page that I created strictly for this workshop. A page on Symbaloo is also called a web mix. You can look up different web mixes by the search bar on the top right here. These squares located all around are called tiles. You can add pictures, videos, and links in these tiles. If you click on one, it will open up either to another page or another web mix. So I will show you that. So this one opens up to a different web mix that I actually pinned. This is also powered through Google Search and is convenient for searching anything on the open web. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to explore the tool. Yours is going to look a little bit different, like I said, because I created my own. So just take a few minutes to explore. So in today's workshop, I will teach you how to create a web mix, add tiles, inputting pictures and icons into the tiles, editing tiles, and finally changing the background. I know all of this sounds intimidating, but I will be giving you a step-by-step instruction on what to do. Are you ready to begin? Please ask any questions throughout the workshop. First thing I'm going to start with is how to create a web mix. Once everyone's signed in, we can begin creating our very first one. You can see I created quite a few already up here. But please try to ignore them. Please do everything with me. It's going to help you complete the project later. At the top, there is a plus sign. This is how we're going to add a new web mix. Once you click on that, then this page will show up. We are going to add an empty web mix and give it a desired name. Then we're going to click Add. So I'm going to give it a desired name of Workshop. I'm going to click Add. And congratulations, you've created your very own web mix. That wasn't so bad. Okay, so our next goal we want to complete is adding tiles. Adding tiles are the squares all around this web mix. If I hover over one, it will say add a tile. I'm going to go back to my tutorial web mix and demonstrate what to do. I'll hover over one and I'll left click on one of my blank tiles. On the left side, this page should pop up, and I want to add tiles, so I'm going to click create a tile. If I want to add a specific website link, then I'll copy and paste it onto the top bar. Through the drop down menu, you can add news, radio, or embed the link into the web mix. So I'm going to keep the address right here. Right now I'm going to keep the website. The next box, it says name on the tile. I want to make it look neat, so I'll put example. I'm going to put example on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click show text so it looks very nice and neat. Here comes the part where we can customize our tiles with pictures and or icons. You can choose a color or add an image, so I'm just going to show you the difference. I'm going to choose purple, or I can go to here and choose icon. So all of these different options pop up. Typically I always like to do a sticker because it looks very clean, so I'm going to find a sticker maybe to relate something with the website. Maybe find a computer. Not sure where that computer is, but I'm just going to do something random. There we go. I'm going to do a link. And you could change the text color so you can see that it says example to white. Now if I wanted to add an image instead of using a color and a sticker, I can actually just add a tile, choose from file, and then I could go through and pick whichever one I want to use. Upload, and now this is going to be my new tile. So it should pop up. Just going to take probably a few minutes to pop up because it's got a red salute and everything. Okay, so for some reason it's not popping up, which is okay. I'm just going to use that one for now. And the next thing make sure you do is save your tile. And there it is. Our next goal is editing a tile, which is pretty simple to do. We are going to right click on the example and a selection should show up. I'm going to click on edit, and the exact same page when we were creating a tile shows up. You can change the color or anything else. Make sure you click save after. So I'm going to, instead of doing an icon, I'm going to do an icon. I'm going to do a sticker instead so I can change it. And please make sure you save everything, or else it's not going to go. Now it's important to be very organized in your Symbaloo, and I actually have a few web mixes that are similar. So if you want to organize it, all you have to do is left click and drag to whatever position you want it. If you want to look through my Symbaloo, I have examples of organized and unorganized Symbaloos to give you kind of an idea. So the last thing I want to go over is have changed background on your web mix. At the top it says options. We're going to click that. We're going to click that and then select change wallpaper. As you can see, we have many options, but you can also add your own image. Make sure your wallpaper is not distracting and does not clash with your tiles. So I'm going to pick just going to select this one. And like I said, you can also upload an image and it should automatically update and you are all set. Right now I want you to take this time to reflect on what you just learned and completed. I just took you through the steps to create a web mix, but now it's your turn to try. I want you to create your own web mix for your students. Think of the websites and videos you use often in your classrooms and incorporate those. The rubric is mentioned on the next page if you need assistance. When you completed your project, please have a peer provide you with constructive feedback, then send your project to me. To share your web mix with me, let me go back to the page. All you have to do is click up here, it says share, and web mix info and share options. And then you can either copy the link or you can share via email. Also, please make sure where it says share my web mix, you click publicly, not privately, because then I can't see your web mix. I'm actually going to share my Symbaloo page because it's going to help you create your own web mix. And there's also some useful tools on tutorials on how to do the basics that we just did. Okay, let me exit out of that. So I really hope that you enjoy this tool because it can be very useful. Oh, let me go back. It can be very useful in your classroom, in and out of your classroom, and I thank you for listening.